This is a talk from the series How to Discern, How to Become Your True Authentic Self. Today we're going to talk about gaslighting. Gaslighting is an intricate manipulation technique that sometimes is hard to recognize. Gaslighting has existed for ages. It is not new. Gaslighting is when someone is trying to make you think that your perception of reality is not correct, that you're crazy, that you got it all wrong. This kind of manipulation can happen between two people, between three people or more, group of friends, colleagues, and so forth. It can happen between two spouses. It can happen in a high school, in an office, or within a friend group. How can we recognize when we are in a situation where gaslighting is involved? Well, the first sign of that happening is our physical body will tell us that we're in a situation when something is off. That is, we are nervous, we experience discomfort, our heart beats faster, we're just not at ease when we're around a gaslighter. And the second thing that happens immediately after is that usually we ourselves are constantly saying to our own selves that everything is okay. We're imagining things. This is not happening, and is it gonna pass? And the third and the final proof that you're in a gaslighting situation is that you are constantly caught explaining yourself, justifying yourself about something you have done or that something you haven't done. And that should be your proof that you're in a gaslighting situation. Again, this has to happen multiple times when you have to explain and re-explain yourself. And this situation can happen between male and a female. Usually it happens between male and a female, and it can happen in any setting, and usually happens between a male and a female. And because we humans learn by example, I'm gonna just give you an example of what a situation of a typical gaslighting might be. One of them is if you are asked and explain any information, anything at all, can be a work assignment in an office setting, a homework assignment in a school, or even directions to a stranger, or some new information you have heard to a friend, anything at all. Again, usually that's between female and a male. And what happens is a couple of days later you hear, oh, you might be having a crush on that person, you actually have been flirting with this person, and you're caught explaining yourself that's not at all, that's not the truth, and you're just simply having a conversation. Another thing is that a gaslighter will very likely try to hit your vulnerabilities. Gaslighters do manipulate your vulnerabilities. I forgot to say that gaslighters are people who somehow know you. They're not just random strangers, even though this can be the case too, but usually these are people that know at least a little bit of information about you, and they very likely might know what your vulnerabilities are. This might be your body image, this might be your education, it might be your family history, your friends, or lack of friends thereof, your religious beliefs, your moral values, anything at all. They might throw a comment that is indirect. However, it will pertain to one of your vulnerabilities to which you're painfully aware of, that might even happen in a public setting in front of other people, and that might happen just between you two, but it might happen in a public setting where you're left wondering why did this person say this. Again, you shouldn't be very sensitive about everything you hear about yourself. At the same time, if you hear information that you know for a fact is directly concerning a vulnerability you have, and you hear it in a public setting, you should be aware immediately that you're in a gaslighting situation, especially if the conversation deepens and you again are caught explaining yourself. What are the victims of the gaslighting? Or I shouldn't say that, I should say probably which people are more prone to be gaslighted against, should say this way. Well, the first, I believe, those are a group of people that are somehow they're afraid of authority. They're afraid to stir the pot. These are the goody-goody people that want to just not cause any trouble, and that's that. But the second group of people is, I'll say, the larger group of people, and these are people who seek and or need to be liked, to be approved of. And again, this is most of us who doesn't like to be liked. So we constantly seek approval, even though we might be doing this unconsciously, so we're not aware that we're doing it, but we are doing it. And again, if we are seeking approval all the time and we like to be liked, we're likely to be victims of gaslighting. And very few of us have overcome the desire, the need to be liked at all times. And the third group of people, this is where I personally had to struggle to overcome. These are the people that have a strong sense of empathy. These are people that somehow feel they are in charge of other people's happiness. And me personally, it took me many years to overcome this. And I had to realize that I'm not in charge of anyone else's happiness. And again, here the saying, "You're not a pizza, you cannot make everybody happy," is very applicable. Best ways to deal with a gaslighter. First of all, you have to be very clear about what is happening. Again, one offhanded comment cannot be interpreted as I'm in a gaslighting situation. A person can just have a day off, not feel that good. But you need to be very clear. You need to have taken notes, because usually this is a situation that has been happening for a while, and you have noticed a pattern. You have noticed this way of you having to constantly explain yourself and justify yourself about what you are or what you're not. The second thing is that you need to remain calm. You need to remain in full control of your emotions and explain why you feel the way you feel. That's all you need to do. You no longer need to go into deeper explanations and explain yourself. You just have to state the facts. And the third is, don't be afraid of rejection, and don't be afraid to tiptoeing or to continue to tiptoe around a person like that. You're just better off not being in their company. In certain cases, you might deal with I call it a higher level gaslighter. That these are the people that will very strategically turn the situation against you. They will recognize your feelings in a way, and they might even say that they're sorry. They might repeat that. They will, however, say that they're either very busy, they have a lot on their plate, they're dealing with a lot, and just how dare you approach them with this. To this, I should say that if someone doesn't have the time to be kind to you, then you don't need that kind of person around you. So that being said, you need to remain true to yourself. You need to state your feelings, and regarding of what happens, you need to move forward. And if you have to get out of the toxic circle of these gaslighters, so be it. As always, thank you very much for listening.